like if they do move Eduardo Rodriguez, you kind of will be getting Turnbull back. I mean, not Turnbull, Tarek Skubal back at a similar time. So kind of be like out with Erod, but you're getting a pretty good pitcher back in Tarek Skubal. And yeah, we don't know what's really going to happen with Brisky, but I do think we could see a little bit of like a youth movement in a way if Lorenzen continues to pitch well, or maybe they want to move Boyd. I think Boyd would be good in the bullpen. I wanted Matthew Boyd to start in the bullpen as well. But yeah, I think it'll be an interesting development as the season goes along, and I think we're going to see a lot of guys in that rotation. But I think Scott Harris has built up some pretty good depth, considering the fact that the big three that the Tigers had, they're all injured, and Manning,
Mhm.
Mize, and Skubal. And Brisky's injured as well, and now Turnbull got sent down. So that's five guys right there. That's a starting rotation, and the fact that he's still been able to, the Tigers still have a respectable rotation with essentially five starters down, I think shows the depth that they've been able to build throughout this organization and with their starting pitching.
A little bit of caution. I mean, Skubal can come back in July. Doesn't mean he's going to pitch like he did in May last year. I mean,
Mhm.
we're expecting him to come back. Doesn't mean he'll be a good replacement for Rodriguez at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we've seen some guys really struggle. Like we just mentioned, Michael Fulmer. Michael Fulmer, his first year back from Tommy John surgery was not good. They had him throwing 3 innings at a time, and he was just getting bombed every time. We've seen Turnbull not quite what he was. It's hard for guys to come back up now. Skubal's injury and time off, it wasn't as severe or as lengthy as those other two guys, but yeah, I imagine there's going to be a fair amount of rust. I kind of Skubal just seems like I've always thought he had a little bit of that Max Scherzer madman in him. Like he just seems like a guy who's like super competitive and will bust his ass to get to where he wants to be. But sometimes just wanting it a ton isn't enough. You just got to go back there and get the feel for pitching again. But yeah, I mean, we didn't even discuss that. Everybody talks about trading Erod. Well, they could trade Lorenzen and Boyd too, or or them, and somebody might want Boyd as a bullpen option down the stretch. He was pretty good in that role for Seattle last year, so those guys might be gone, and that might be where you get room for the starters who come back. So they've got some options, but as Yoop would say, you can never have enough pitching, right?